Good Tuesday, everybody. Great to be here again. I haven't done a video since I was in Parma visiting my ex-wife and my son. I wanted to keep people up to date on stuff. Me and my son is getting very close, Jamie. He is 39 years old. He's my firstborn, and my ex-wife was my first wife, and we're getting along great. I am so proud of Jamie as he has learned to take care of his mother and do what is right in life. He's got a girlfriend that he's had since I don't know if it was 6th or 7th grade. She is legally blind, so she's limited what she can do, but she comes over on Fridays. They meet up at the YMCA a few times a week. He tries to swim some laps, which is the best exercise for you. If anybody knows anything about swimming, I remember when I was taking my life-saving test at Valley Forge, our instructor said that swimming is the best exercise. It tones your whole body. I need to really do that. My problem is transportation at the time, or I'm working in my yard, which is my therapy. It's very therapeutic working in your yard, but it's so nice to have my family back again, at least one of my sons. And I remember this was, I don't know, 7-8 months ago. I got an email from him. He was watching my videos for a few years, I guess, and on one of the videos I put my email down, and he emailed me. Well, I was very skeptical at first. One of the things he said, I don't know if you would remember me, but I'm your son Jamie. And yes, I did remember, because in 2020, when I had my stroke and I almost lost my life, I remember the thing that I prayed for the most was to be able to be reunited with my children, both of my sons. And part of it came true, and I'm thankful for my oldest son for contacting me. He's grown into a nice young man. He is 39, like I said already. He became friends with Victoria, who is like a daughter to me, as I've said so many times before. She's had my back ever since I've been out of prison. She's always had my back. She knows the truth about me. She knows the lies that some people try to say, but she's always stood by my side. And I really expected to do it. I guess I got accustomed to it, as I would always stand by her side as well. She's married to a real nice guy who is a corrections officer in one of the state prisons. He's on I think he's been there about 1.5 years now, and is doing a good job working. When I went to Parma, me and my ex-wife, we took a ride out to a park that's not too far from their house, and they had waterfalls there. I didn't quite make it, but I walked with a walker for about a half a mile, I would say, and that's all I could take. But it was so beautiful. They had butterflies out there, birds, and it reminds me of my mother, because my mother had birdhouses in the backyard, and the birds would always be around there. And I tried to do the same thing here, but I don't quite have as many birds as I do rodents. But I do have a lot of butterflies. I have a butterfly bush in the front of my house that blossoms, and the monarchs come out in early fall, so they're just starting to come out now. I think they come out in August, or but a lot of times I'll Google up the different butterflies, and I've seen some from Florida and California. There's a bright purple one that comes from Florida every year, and it's kind of neat, just to be able to study stuff like that. My former partner, Amy Wicks' favorite thing was butterflies. Victoria's is butterflies. My ex-wife, Sheila, loves butterflies. And I do too, because they're beautiful. As I'm talking here now, there's a butterfly by my impatiens. I don't see moths too much anymore like I did when I was a kid, but I do see a bunch of butterflies. My ex-wife is planning to come visit me too for a few days. Um, you know, we're good friends, and um, my son's got to stay home and take care of his children, which is 4 kittens. Um, you know, beautiful kittens too. They're very friendly, except one of them kind of attacked me, but um, he didn't know me, so I can't really get upset about that. So we have a lot of things planned. I'm going to go down probably for Thanksgiving for a few days to spend with them, the holiday. I don't think I'll go down at Christmas time because I have more problems in the winter time than I do in the summer or fall, and I don't want to take a chance of slipping or anything like that on the ice. Um, you know, but Parma has really changed too, and I noticed so much of the new buildings. They tore down Parma Town, which was hard to believe for me because that was a place that myself and so many of us hung out when we were children. Southland, which was by my parents' house, um, you know, has really changed. Mark's store is still there. That was, I believe, the first one of the chain of Mark's. And I seen Mark Glassman, the owner, when I was there with my friend Terry, because Terry's taken me up a couple times to visit my son as well. And she never asks for anything. Terry helped me start Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry at the beginning. I said, we need a treasurer. She said, well, I tell you what, I'll be treasurer as long as I can quit whenever I want. Well, I stopped her several times from wanting to quit. I put on my pouty look, and she stayed. I'm working on her trying to be the treasurer for Hope for the Community, which we need one. If anybody's interested, contact Candace or myself. So, you know, a lot of good things are starting to happen. And, you know, my son, James Cronenberg Jr., is a real nice young man. And my ex-wife did a good job with him. You know, so I can't say anything negative except I'm really happy these days. It's so easy to bring up all the negative stuff in life, but I just wanted to bring up something positive on how much my son Jamie means to me. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have yourself a great day.